In this video, I'm showing you the installing procedure of the motorcycle dashcam and the review of the product. Please note there are many ways for wiring this unit and this is just one of them. I'm installing it to Yamaha Virago 125. For some of you guys it is known as Yamaha V-Star 250. This video contains some wiring diagram including the images from the Virago 250 service manual. I got this motorcycle dashcam called DV988. It's made by this place called Blueskysea, and it got a bunch of features like full HD, GPS, waterproof. Got dual cameras that goes to the front and the back of the bike. Let's crack it open. So the front camera is bolted to the brake lever mount. Controller switch is right behind the camera. The rear camera is bolted just above the license plate. The monitor itself is in a little pouch and I keep that in a saddlebag. I don't think it's necessary to look at the monitor while riding. Here is the wiring diagram. I'm using the bullet terminals and have the dashcam connected to the tail light cables. Take the seat off and disconnect the battery first. Behind the battery, you can see a few lines that goes to the rear brake and the rear turn signals. The blue and black lines are the ones I'm using, and that's indicated as number 5 in the diagram. Now let's disconnect the joints and make a couple of splits. Take a look at the original lines and you will notice that the battery side got the female end and the tail light side got the male end. Make sure to use the correct terminal joints when making the splits. Let's also take a look at the instruction manual of the dashcam. Red goes to the battery, black goes to the grounding point, and the white goes to the accessories. Dashcam got the shock sensor and it can work as a parking sensor as long as the red line is connected to the battery. I personally do not like this feature since it can eat up the battery, so I'm going to wire both red and white lines to the accessories. Now I'm ready to assemble them together. As mentioned, I am wiring both red and white lines together to the blue line. Black goes to black, as simple as it can get. The space under the seat is real tight, so make sure to keep the cords in a safe place and avoid pinching them when placing the seat back. My Virago got a light switch. New bikes do not have this switch. Their lights are on as soon as you turn on the ignition. Since the camera is connected to the tail light, I can turn the camera on and off by using this switch. Here's a daylight shot. At the slow speed, everything looks to be crystal clear. It gets a bit wobbly at the highest speed, but it still is adequate for recording the possible accidents. Here's the rear view. My rear camera seems to be more stable than the front camera. You should be able to see the license plate numbers if anyone is tailgating you. This is a shot at the highest speed. It's wobbly mostly because it's mounted on brake lever mount, which is on the handlebar. If you have a single-cylinder street bike or V-twin cruiser, you may want to install it somewhere that is more rigid or less shaky. Rear view shot once again. It looks pretty good. Here's the still shot. As you can see, everything within 50 feet is legible. Take a look at the license plate of the car that is on the other side of the road, and you can see that the end number is 9. Here's a night view. It looks pretty dark when there aren't very many street lights. License plate numbers are not legible unless the vehicle is right in front of you. Now I'm coming close to the shopping mall and you can see things much better. Resolution at night isn't nearly as good as the daytime, so don't expect to record the license plate numbers when someone is hitting you. Here's the rear view. The bright headlight of the vehicle behind me looks to be quite saturated. It makes the environment appear darker than it actually is. The overall quality of the Blueskysea DV988 still is pretty good. One thing I didn't like is the micro SD card slot. You need a super small screwdriver to get it out. Well, it's waterproof, so it's understandable. Other than that, it is a good buy and I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching and I see you again soon.